Nigga, I'm bye. That was it. That's it right there.
It's the Exes old pod where we don't claim to be experts, but feel like we got a little bit of experience with this thing called life. It's your boy Jay.
I'm Janae, and we're gonna start off with today's foreplay.
Yeah, Queen, where we going?
Wow. He gonna go well since we're gonna go right into it as you can
Oh,
hear him already starting off with it. Um the whole Grand Rising Queen um movement.
mm,
Can we talk about that for a second, guys? Just a brief second here. I think I get hit with it so much more now than I ever have before, and I thought that it actually was supposed to die down because I thought people um caught on to that how ridiculous it actually sounds. But no, they haven't, and so yeah, what's your opinion on it, dude? That's what you be should. That's what. That's how
you,
you
that's
pick it. I mean, I'm just. I don't
that's
know if that's your
negativo.
new pickup. You know what I mean? Is that how you got who you know? Okay. All right.
No, definitely not. I just that's like you said to me personally. That just sounds ridiculous. Like what's Grand Rising, and then not saying they're saying any woman I speak to, yes, she's a queen, but to point out certain stuff or just to come in that, I just feel like you trying too hard. Like where you know what? Because we touched on it briefly off camera, but it's like, yo, what do you think that's the equivalent to? Because it's a overcompensation for something.
Yeah. I.
You know, because me personally, you know, I think the women have become so much more independent with the whole independent movement. We were just talking about it last week with the dude with the whatever.
Text message.
Yeah, but and I'm not saying that in the wrong way, but also like more women have degrees than men. More women are into the self help industry than men, self development and stuff. Like, so listen, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. However, I feel like it's an insecurity within men to try to come off and appear intelligent. You know, I don't know. Again, I don't do it.
So yeah, that part. Um, I don't know if there is an equivalent. What I was gonna say is my younger self, my 25, 20-year-old self.
That would have sent your heart fluttering.
That would have, you know what I mean. You might have would have got a little bit. Oh, look at him, look respecting the queen I am. My 34-year-old self. I had to remember my birthday just passed.
Yeah, you old as shit.
Shut up.
You just, I mean, I'm surprised you even admitted to it on camera.
Because it's not, age is just whatever. But my
Oh,
34-year-old self, no, don't, 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 don't hit me with that. Just say good morning.
you know, we were talking about that. You know, history repeats itself. We're reliving the '70s. This is the soul sisted era. You know what I mean? Bell bottoms are starting to come back.
I knew he was gonna say something. I
Hey,
know he about to say.
it's like what? You see those earrings, y'all? It's coming back, yo. It's coming back. You know, she's bringing back the good times. She was like,
I
man,
like
my
these.
yeah. So do men like they like saying Grand Rising
That's not the same.
Queen.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Okay, okay.
Next subject, anyways. It's a show on Hulu, guys. I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's called Reasonable Doubt, and I've been watching it, um, and showed him a little episode, a little bit of episode, and he's kind of started watching it, and I told him about episode 2, where the husband, they're separated, but the husband has a security camera in the living room, and he hired a security guard, but ended up getting him fired because he was getting too close to the wife or whatever, and watched the security guard and the wife have sex, and the wife knew he was watching because she looked at the camera while she was doing it. So that led to such a crazy conversation. Would you?
Could you watch someone you love have sex with someone else? That's basically the question that she asked me. Could I watch some? That's a negative. That's a negative.
I just don't
It's not happening. Like, I'm okay if you have sex.
But they're separated though.
Yeah, and then I'm
But they
okay.
still
I'm
love.
okay. Yeah, and I'm okay if you have sex. Like, I'm okay knowing that. But to watch the woman I love, the whole process, like, nah. I was like the moment the shirt came off, I was just. I don't think me personally, I wouldn't have been peeking in anyways because I don't want to catch stuff like that.
You already knew what was about to happen.
Yeah, I don't want to catch something like that.
As soon as it came in the door with a guy, it's a 50-50 chance.
Exactly. So see, me personally, like I said, I don't even want to watch in general. There's no need to have a camera. But the whole point is to sit there and watch the process. Like, again, it's one thing of, yeah, I'm okay. We're separated. You sleep with other people. What? Knowing, thinking, or speculating, and then watching you do it. Nah.
But what about what I said? Like, the mind game of it. Like, if they're watching, if she's looking at the camera, how focused is she really on the dick that she's riding? You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. That's cool. I'll just never get to know if she was focused or not. Like, that's just me personally. I'm just not. You're not about to sit here, ride a guy, and then sit there, giving me that face like.
The reason why it was so peculiar or interesting, weird. I'm gonna say weird because I couldn't do it either. But the dude grinned and smirked at her like a touche moment, like, haha. Okay.
I know why you're doing this.
I see you. I know, that's not what you.
Oh, you talking about the husband?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I mean, I get it. Like, yo, you sit there, you see, oh yeah, you just doing it as to do it. I got you.
Mhm.
Still, me personally, I can admit, like, I'm not doing that. Like,
I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I don't think I'm not that. My growth isn't to that level at this current moment.
Right, I'm not there. Don't have it in me. Now,
because I'm petty, honestly. I'm too petty. Like, if I even have the assumption that it's about to go down, I'll bet that the next night, some subliminal, you gonna see or get something.
So you're not even okay knowing. You rather just like not.
No, I don't care. I know that it's gonna happen. We're not together. Like, first of all, the dude hired a attractive, buff, athletic security guard to watch his wife at night.
I'm sorry, I'm not rating and judging any man. Like, I wouldn't like.
I get it. It's a security guard.
Yeah, in my mind, like, yeah.
It's a security guard. But you asked him to watch your wife at night because she's a lawyer. I get it. But he's a man, and she's not ugly.
No, she's not.
So, what do you?
But my thing, but like I said, if you have any think of it going down, you said.
Yeah, it's like if
you're gonna do something petty, but like
I would be petty because
like,
in that situation they still are attached. Like,
yeah,
he just doesn't.
But that's what I'm saying. So you don't even gotta see it. If you know it's going down, you're gonna do something petty. So that's what I'm saying.
Because I knew that was a petty one. I knew you're only because they're only doing it. She was only doing it to be petty.
I could care less. Like I said, as long like y'all, me knowing it, like yo, I could boom boom be with whatever, break up with a girl, still be madly in love with her. But if we still gotta, whatever, we're conversating, and she's like, "Yo, I'm about to go get some dick right now." I was like, "I bet."
Y'all not together,
Yeah,
so
exactly. I don't care. Like, it's not gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me if I'm sitting there looking at it. Like,
or she just like, excuse me. Just get something, you know.
but yeah, nah, not happening.
All right. Okay. Um. Well, how about the next subject? Working and just the exes. Um. Coexisting with your ex. Co.
That's what this is.
That's whatever we're doing right now. Yeah.
Listen, guys, they have condoms. You know,
I don't even know where we're going with this right now. I don't.
basically,
I'm not going. I'm
if we
not
didn't have a
going.
daughter, we wouldn't be.
Oh yeah. Oh,
There's
sheesh.
condoms.
Listen, look at me. I'm taking off my glasses for this, guys.
That's best advice I can give.
Not only, dude, don't get under no kind of influence on your birthday. Let's just be honest. It was a birthday situation, and we all know how birthdays go. Okay?
I hit her with that Jeremiah.
No.
Birthday
Okay.
sex.
Stop. Just stop. Cut. Cut. Gosh. Oh, see, this is why this is cold. Whatever we're doing with your ex, and it just
Nah, it's really today's topic with regard to X is more or less coming to the table. What does it take to even come to the table to be able to work with your ex? You want to start off?
I guess. It's a smudge in my glasses. Um, humble. The one thing that I know I had to, me personally, and still to this day, communication. Knowing how to properly communicate better. Still a learning process that I'm growing with. It's fun because once you like again, if you're not a bitter ex or anything like that, and hopefully you're not, um, watching them go through the dating process and watching
It is fun.
don't hate. I just
It is fun.
I just feel
Well, you said groupies. We can't. I can't call yours hoes no more. It's groupies. Her groupies, and in her novels. She get y'all guys, bro.
they do send some novels. Like whoa. Sheesh.
The literature she's getting.
Wow. Love y'all. But sheesh.
Oh man.
That's it's like a best friend thing. Like you because we have a kid, you know you're gonna be
Stuck.
you're tied to them. So you might as well just take the emotion and everything out of it, and it's really it's cool. It's a cool the pros is cool. It's like you got a male opinion sometimes that you really don't really want half the time.
I like how she threw that little in there. You know what I mean?
Cons. Just that right there. This is a con. Your turn.
She's just referring to my criminal record of conduct. Nah, coming to the table. What does it? What the? Definitely, like she was saying this, and you gotta humble. Like regardless of what side, whether you were the one that because again, like yo, ex-wife, like we ain't just exes as far as like boyfriend and girlfriend. It's like so regardless of who asked for the breakup or who asked for the divorce, whether you're the one that's getting divorced or the one that asked for it, there still needs to be some type of humbling on both sides. Because even if you asked for it, or let me put it like this, it's not even that. It's how's that expression go? It takes two to make a thing go right. Listen, just because you're asking for the divorce doesn't mean you're perfect and flawless. So regardless, both parties, it's definitely a humbling experience to where it's like, okay, what could I have done better, or where am I at fault? Like I might not be the reason it's crumbling down, but I definitely didn't do my job in keeping it held up. Um, so like she said, humbling. You gotta humble yourself, because again, I mean, because we have a kid together, like she said, we're going. We stuck together. You know, you got to realize what's more important, your child's development or your emotions. Like, are you gonna be a big boy, big girl, and get over it, or is your children gonna have to suffer? Like, who's more? Like, that's really
That's
what it
pretty much
is. You know what I mean? Cause so like she said, just putting those to the side. And again, it wasn't easy. It's not like we got to this, we were like this the moment we broke up. Like, nah, it took a little while for us to finally like
a
get here.
year.
It took conversations, us having
A
conversations
year.
and stuff like that. But nonetheless, um, yeah, you definitely also have to have a willingness, because like she was saying, if you're bitter, if you're still holding on to a bunch of those that ill will or whatever, though, because I that's another thing. It doesn't have to be debate. It's really based on how you handle it afterwards. It doesn't have to be the end of a relationship, because our relationship didn't end. It just transitioned into a different aspect. Like, no, we're not together. God, you made it seem like I said
Like, wait, what?
it transitioned. It transitioned
Excuse
from us being.
me?
It transitioned from us being together on a romantic level into just being, like she was talking about, on a friendship level. The relationship never ended, but
But still,
we still have a relationship and a business relationship, so it's not that it ended in the it's understanding it's a transition. Everything goes through transitions. You know what I mean? And that's again.
oh, this might it was a smudge in my glasses and it just keeps glittering. But yeah.
But that's how I mean that's how I look at it again. Especially if you got children, you got to think about them first. You can't, because again, it's not. She can speak for herself, but I know she feels the same way. There was times like, yo, that phone ring, or you don't want to talk to him, you don't want to deal with him, you don't want to see them. But then at the end of the day, it's like, am I really about to be petty or immature, or allow my emotions to get the best of me and it affect my daughter? Like, again, I'm a big boy. I can handle it. It is what it is. Nothing lasts forever. You got something to say?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, yeah. I don't know. Keep going. That's it? That's what you got? Because, yeah. I don't. Still to this day, we're working. This is a work in progress. Still to this day. Let's go.
All relationships are a work in process.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's a friendship, whether it's your spouse, whether it's a business partner, everything's always evolving, expanding, and growing. You know what I mean? Everything.
Let's do it.
Alley hoop, what?
Keep going.
Everything's growing or whatever, going through it.
It
So
is,
it's not.
isn't it? Everything is growing and going. It's new beginnings for everything. So, all right. Let's.
As you can tell, she tried to reenact her full
I
outfit and
tried
everything.
to. At least from here up,
Oh,
it didn't work.
let me get these on.
You trying to,
Um, Listen,
This is actually take two of this.
only the
Um,
audio got recorded last time for some reason.
so forgive us. We're trying to
Forgive her.
make.
I'm in charge of the audio. My shit recorded.
You see what I mean? When you work with people these days, remember,
Accountability.
that's not
Now, as we talk
accountability.
about entrepreneurial resiliency.
Lies.
Anyways, this segment we're talking about entrepreneurial following last week's with the mindset, but more the resiliency factor, persevering through what you would consider like the lows or when things haven't turned out the way you've expected them to. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'll just start it off and talk about it. Um, definitely, definitely something you're gonna have to develop. How you develop it is up to you. I personally think garnering inspiration or strength from like past entrepreneurs and what they went through, like, cause I just watched the Think and Grow Rich movie, which they did a good job on that, by the way. Y'all should go check it out. But sometimes you just hear stories and what you think is your Goliath in your life, as far as that giant problem, whatever you stressing about. Sometimes you start hearing about how what other entrepreneurs have gone through, what other individuals have gone through, and it just makes that problem in your life not seem as big, you know, and so it's easier to conquer. You know what I mean? So I think that's something that I lean on, or I think is a great way of helping develop resiliency. You want to chime in here? You got something you want to? Is there something more?
Okay.
One of your groupies? Can't
I'm
call them
trying.
hoes no more. We can't call them hoes no more.
Wow. I'm trying to remember what I said honestly. But I think I remember. Well, just recognizing your small victories. Um, that's how you can just continue just recognizing everything you've done up until that point. Of course, you're gonna, you know what I mean? It's gonna be some no's. It's gonna be some. It might not happen in the time frame that you want it to happen. Um, but just realizing and remembering the small things you've done. Um,
Like what per se? Like what are cause like what's a small victory for someone who might not see a victory at all?
starting is a victory. Um, literally small like however long you've been doing it, if you've been doing it for a week, a month, a year, however long, that's a victory. Getting your LLC is a victory. All these things, building up your company and your brand or wherever it may be, is they're victories. So just remembering those things and not getting discouraged when things everything takes time. um, I heard a good example actually, not too long ago. Well, like when you're having a baby, you don't want to have the baby exactly after you have sex. So it's the same thing with whatever you're.
Why not?
The baby's not developed, genius.
Oh, cause I was. I
Wow.
was
Okay. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? It's people just don't even have that common sense to understand that. Like, no, you can't rush things. You can't even rush having no. It can't happen right after. There
I
is
thought you were
nothing
talking about if it was fully developed,
that
like yo,
no,
boom,
that's not.
you didn't
It
have to
does.
do the
It takes
9 months.
9 months for it to develop. You can't go see what the sex is until 5 months. So that's what I mean. Like just taking time. This guy, this guy. You know what I mean? Typical man. Typical man. People. But yeah, that's really what it is. Just counting your small victories and remembering what you did and not getting discouraged. not, you know, not getting discouraged at whatever may. It only takes one yes. So all those no's don't matter if that one yes comes.
True indeed, true indeed. As she was alluded to, Rome wasn't built overnight. I guess neither was a baby. You know, um,
Just
newsflash to me, guys.
who would have known? You wouldn't think he was a father. You just wouldn't know if you knew the process at all.
Moving on, like I said, this is more new age parenting, and is it more prevalent today? Clearly, it's called new age parenting, but what our opinions about it are, because I think it's safe to say we fit into the new age parenting. Would you think? Would you agree or nah? You know, because I didn't. Hey, some of the things that we do where we feel like we fit into the new age parenting, and what makes us new age parents would probably be like, um, we're big advocates. Like the main reason I made the leap to be an entrepreneur was so to put myself in a position to be self sufficient enough to homeschool our daughter, because homeschooling is a I'm passionate about that. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna delegate like we're her first teachers. I'm not gonna delegate the task of teaching my daughter to a school system what just so I can bicker and complain about they're not teaching her right. Don't worry, I got it. It's my job to begin with. I'm her daddy. So that we don't spank our daughter as much as I want to drop kick her at times because she wants to be a little asshole. No more daddy's little girl, it seems like. But anyways, nah, like for real. Thanks to her and her brainwashing. Um, Now we don't spank our daughter. You know, we believe in talking to her. Like I don't care. Like she doesn't get nothing right the first. Like neither did you. I promise you. You can learn something right now. How would you like it if I beat you because you didn't get it right the first time, or the
Or the
second,
second.
or the third, or the, I mean, we know I don't get it right the first time,
Nothing. Not one thing.
but for real. And then I would never sit there and say we're anti-vaxxers. We're not. Um, but our daughter isn't fully vaccinated, and we
He's
don't.
not fully vaccinated.
I mean, I'm not getting into this with her, but not for real. Like I don't. We don't feel a necessity because we'll sit there. You tell me if I'm wrong. Our daughter has yet to be sick. Minor sniffles don't count. Our daughter, in the midst of a pandemic, has yet to be sick. She's 3.5 going on 4. So it's not like she's a bubble kid. We don't keep her in a bubble. She she eats off the ground. Eats her boogers and does the whole nine. And some other stuff I was surprised today.
Why
And
would
but
you put her business out like that?
she's a kid. Anybody
I'm
with
sorry.
kids understand.
Mhm.
A nasty little child.
And it's a 3-year-old. That's what they do.
Man, you're 34 and you still do half that shit.
Wow. Wow.
Anyways, you want to speak about
I
New Age
don't. I don't
parenting?
even want to. Don't. I don't even care no more. I'm just completely off of it. Move this mic out the. um. Yeah. I think the whole. I remember from yesterday. Bringing the good from our childhood while changing the things that we know really didn't benefit us to a degree.
We were tormented as children. But continue.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a lot of whoopings. I got whoopings, but I didn't get a lot of as a good kid. So you know the difference, night and day, right there. Um, so
I'm gonna keep that one.
mhm. Um, bringing the whole traveling and the experience that I had with that, and of course, I was in the sports and different stuff like different activities. Bringing that into our daughter's childhood and upbringing with just like he said, not beating or whooping or punishing her for getting something. I think it's more common. It's a common thing now. Now that all of us realize well how what tormented or the psychological damage that was done um, with some of the way we were. Not all of us. Again, I, but my childhood wasn't perfect. But whose will be? Even us doing all this, Janai's childhood still, in her eyes, what's perfect is how she, you know what I mean. It ain't gonna be. It's not perfect. It's how she perceives it. So we can't say we're doing
We're not perfect beings.
exactly.
So, I mean, to expect perfection,
And
unreasonable. So, but
to you know what I mean. So I think that, and not to bash our parents or anything like that, because of course, mom, love you, great. You see, that's there we go, there we go.
she lied. She was just talking shit about you earlier. But continue.
She don't even believe half the stuff you say anyway, so I'm not worried about it. And she,
I bet.
mm-mm.
She knew I didn't love you. Should have listened. Should have listened to that.
That was terrible of me to lie to. But we're gonna continue. Like
Say whatever you got to sometimes.
I ain't got nothing. I don't even have a
You
rebuttal.
didn't. You didn't even have nothing to start the podcast with. Apparently,
I didn't. I listen. We're winging this. We're
every podcast is a win.
no, it's not. It's carefully thought out in a strategic manner.
Oh yeah, you don't got the answers written on her hands no more. I forgot they did wash off. You know, I forgot she'd be doing that. That's why she be picking with her nails and stuff. She's looking at the answers or what she wrote down, what she expects to say.
That's not. I pick at my nails because he talks forever. And
Just like her men in the literature, you know, I guess, you like talkers or something. That's, listen,
he wants
guys,
me to go there.
go
So
where?
we're gonna go there.
See y'all next week.